Hi there, welcome to Jujube DIY. I'm Sarah. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you two Dollar Tree DIYs that are not only beautiful, but they're super easy and quick to make. So you can make these last minute for a gift to someone you love. Today's video is also sponsored by Fabrica, which I'll talk about more about in a few minutes. But if you want to see what I made and how I made it, let's get started. For this first DIY, we're going to use one of these Dollar Tree signs from Christmas time. I'm going to take all that stuff off the front, but really what we need is the back of this sign. I'm going to use some of this paper from Hobby Lobby and my favorite glue stick, which is the Gorilla Glue Stick. I find this glue stick works the best for me, but you can use any glue stick you'd like. So just put a nice even layer of the glue onto the sign and then put your paper down, and you can choose which orientation you'd like your paper to go. While that's drying, we're going to work on the next part of the project. So I'm going to take an old pair of jeans that I have, and really what I want to do is cut out the pocket on the back of the jeans. So I'm going to put this Dollar Tree cutting mat into the jeans, and then using my rotary cutter, I'm going to go around the whole outside of the pocket to cut it away from the pair of jeans. Now if you want to use scissors for this part of the project, definitely go for that. I just thought that the rotary cutter would be really easy to do. Now that our pocket is cut out, I just used my fingers to kind of fray out the edges a little bit, and then we're going to embellish with these two different laces. So I'm going to add just a touch of hot glue along the edge there to get the lace attached. And this lace I picked up at Michael's, but you can use any lace that you would like. And then the other lace that I have that I'll be using is from the Dollar Tree. So with the wider lace, I'm going to pleat it a little bit. So I'm just going to fold it over and then hot glue it down. So I'll just run a bead of hot glue kind of down the pocket there, and then I will pinch and push it down into the glue. And because of the holes, it holds pretty well. And I'm going to continue doing that all the way until I reach the end of the pocket. I've reached the end. I kind of go back in and just hot glue those little pleats down so that they're nice and secure. Next, I'm going to add some of this Dollar Tree lace ribbon, and I wanted to make sure that the edge that didn't have, so one side is flat and then the other side is like the kind of lacy edge. So I wanted that lacy edge to be facing down, and so that's what I was checking for to make sure. And then I'll just run a bead of hot glue all along the very top of my peach lace, and I'll attach the Dollar Tree lace on top. And then I'll just secure a little bit to the back of the pocket, just like I did when I first started that lace ribbon. And it's all done. So cute. Once the sign was dry, I went around all the edges with sandpaper to get rid of any excess paper. Now I'm going to go in with the sandpaper again and just distress those edges. So I'm just going to sand off the very top layer there. Next, I'm going to go in with some of this Tim Holtz Distress Oxide ink in the color Ground Espresso, and I'm just going to add this with this dauber sponge that I have in my stash. But if you don't have one of these little dauber things, you can use a makeup sponge or a paintbrush, would work just fine as well. And you could also just use paint for this, or like antique wax to add this kind of darker edge. I like the Distress ink, and I have it on hand in my stash, and so that's what I decided to use. So part of the reason for this video is to highlight this beautiful font. It is called the Samantha Upright from Fabrica. I went into my computer and typed out the word bloom, and now I'm going to put it onto my board using this transfer method. So this is graphite paper. You put the shiny side down, put your word over the top, and then you just take a pencil and outline your word, and the graphite paper transfers it onto whatever you are wanting to put it on. So now I have an outline, and all I gotta do is go in with my paint marker and fill it in. And I'm using a white paint marker here for this part. So here it is, all filled in, and the pocket has been attached. Next, I'm going to add florals to my pocket to make it extra cute. So I'm taking some of this Dollar Tree Queen Anne's lace, and I'm going to clip off a couple pieces. And then I have this basil pick from Walmart, and I'm going to put the basil pick in there just as is. I'm not going to cut that down. And then I'm going to add that Queen Anne's lace on each side. Next, I'm going to go in with this kind of peachy tulip from Michael's, and I'm going to pick and choose the tulips that I want to add to my pick. So I took off that darker kind of orangey red color and added more of that soft corally orange color to match my lace. And then I just put that in there. Now I'm going to add a little butterfly. This is one of those laser cut butterflies from the Dollar Tree. Just going to add a little hot glue, and I'll put that right there on my pocket as well. Completes this project. I love how this turned out. I think it is so beautiful. You could add a hanger to it if you want to hang this on a wall, but I thought it would look super cute on a shelf. So Creative Fabrica is sponsoring today's video. That is so exciting, and they have a special Easter offer for this wonderful font called the Samantha Upright. It is not only gorgeous, but it is a super fun font. I've used it personally for many projects, and you get 715 glyphs. That is amazing. You get a standard character set, old style numerals, 45 catchphrases, among many other things. It's compatible with Windows, Apple, Cricut, Silhouette, other cutting machines. Not only that, but you get installation instructions in case you're not sure how to install these fonts onto your devices. You can try this font out to see how it looks with certain words, phrases, or names. And look how beautiful that is. It's so pretty, and it cuts so nicely on your Cricut machines. One thing I really appreciate about Creative Fabrica is the commercial license you get with every download and purchase. When you download fonts that are free from other sites, most of the time those are for personal use only, which means you can't sell the stuff that you make with that font. With the Creative Fabrica license, you can. So Creative Fabrica's Easter special is for the Samantha script. It's just $9. That's a $99 value. Plus you get 1 month free all access subscription. And I'm telling you guys, this all access subscription is worth it. It is so awesome. There's so much stuff. They have classes, and they've got, I mean, just look at all the, I'm going to make myself a soccer mom shirt there. But there's, you know, SVGs, there's clip art, there are fonts, you can download entire planners. You can go look up chore charts and print those out. There's just so much that you can do with Creative Fabrica. So I'm going to leave a link down below if you want to purchase the Samantha font for $9 and get that all access subscription for free. You can do it that way. If you want to go check out Creative Fabrica first, go check it out and then come back and use my link. And the reason I'm asking you to use my link is because it is an affiliate link, and I do get a little bit in return when you use that link and purchase from it. All right, so now we're going to work on our second DIY. And as you can see, I had this Easter sign. I took off the little chick and bunny. It was pretty easy. Just scrape that off. And then I just gave the whole entire thing a coat of the Waverly chalk paint in ink. And then this house is from Walmart. It is in their like kind of woodworking section. And I am just using the Waverly chalk paint in celery to do the doors, like the inside of the doors and around the very outside edge. And then I'm going to go in with moss for the main part of the house. And I'll just give everything a nice coat. once that's dry, I'm going to take this number 6 flat brush. This is from the Dollar Tree. They actually have decent paintbrushes, so if you check out their paintbrushes, you might be surprised, because I'm always surprised. I try them out and then I'm like, wow, these are actually pretty decent. So this is from the Dollar Tree and it is a number 6 flat. And I'm just going to make these kind of check marks around the very outside edge of the sign. And then going in with my white paint marker, I am going to do a dot dash all the way around the house. So I know this is going to surprise you guys, but I actually used my Cricut this time. I went to my Cricut design space. I typed out "Home is where the heart is" in the Samantha upright font. And look how beautiful that is. And I'm just using a matte white vinyl here. This is the Oracle 651. And I'm just going to transfer that onto my sign. Look how pretty that is. I just love it. Now I'm going to add some doodle flowers along the bottom of my sign. And this is totally optional. If you don't like the doodle flowers or really don't feel comfortable doing them, you can definitely leave this part out and it will look really cute as well. And I'm just going to place my house in there so I can kind of get a good feel as to where I need to add the flowers on the other side. And as you can see, I added a heart from Valentine's Day onto the top of my house. I had purchased a couple extra packages of those hearts because I knew I was going to use them throughout the year. So if you see things like those little wood hearts, or things that you think you might use throughout the year, I would definitely suggest purchasing a couple packages and just having them on hand if you have the space. So now taking some 20mm wood beads, I painted 5 of them in the celery from Waverly and 5 of them in moss, and I'm just going to string them onto some jute twine, and I'm just using a darning needle for that. And then I will string my jute twine through my sign from front to back, knot it off twice, pull it through, and then I'll do the same on the other side. And look how cute this sign turned out. I love it. I think this is so sweet, and it would be nice for a wedding or an anniversary gift or for Mother's Day. So guys, that's all I have for you today. As always, leave me a comment down below and let me know which project was your favorite. If you're interested in that Samantha script, that link will be in my description box below. And if you're not sure about Creative Fabrica, go check them out and then come back and click that link. I hope you have a happy, healthy, and blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye!